What is up? It is episode 99.
Yes. 99, one away from 100.
Ooh. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for giving us your time. We're happy this time. We're excited.
Yeah. It was, we're reviewing The Real House of Lagos, and I think it was decent. It's better, you
Much
know,
better.
much
Much,
better.
much better.
But now they need to keep on this level now.
Yes. I mean, look, like, I still
Like,
have my criticisms, like production
of
side,
course.
but
Yeah.
there's a storyline. Now we're following the storyline. Now
Yes.
things are making
Yes.
sense.
Exactly. Because those beginning episodes, I don't
Miss,
know. I don't know what
miss.
to say. I just remember how angry I was. That's all I remember.
No, they
That's all
heard
I
us.
remember.
Even though those shot long before we ever
They heard
recorded
us.
this, they heard us
Mm.
and they went back to the drawing board. So
And
thank you.
people must know that we influence on that level.
For influencers, a chew,
Exactly.
a chew.
Honestly. Oh gosh, what are you sipping on?
I'm just having water actually, nothing special.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just having sparkling water. It's cold. I did think about tea, but like tea just comes out of my body so quickly that I'm like, yo, I'll be pissing all night. So no. It was a hard no.
So yeah, guys, we are discussing Real Housewives of Lagos, episode 6 and 7. Like we said earlier, much stronger episodes. We actually have like positive things to say about the show this time.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. But I think where should we start off? Okay, first of all, we'll start with the first scene in episode 6. Because
Okay.
where was Laura meeting this designer? Where was this room? In a mental institution.
Ma'am, it was small. I don't know. Was it small? Ne? Was it small?
No, it was like
No,
white. It was stark white. It
oh
was
yeah,
just
that
white.
was weird. That was
Where were
weird.
the windows? Where were the plants? Where were the pictures? It was actually, you know what it was giving me? It was giving me a
Yeah.
set. It was giving me a blank
Wow.
set. And they were like, oh crap, okay, we need to pretend as if like there is some kind of fashion house. Okay, let's choose this blank set. That's
And
what it was
I
giving
think
me.
I think also the main issue when you spoke about this at the on our last review was that now it's a timeline issue because didn't they when they all met up, well, excluding obviously Caroline and Chioma, talking
Freaking
about they
frack
said
of
that, oh
Lagos.
yeah, freaking, and they're saying, fuck them because they didn't come to a fashion show. So I'm like, so how come the fashion show is only happening now? Like the timeline is off for me a little bit.
No, you know what it was? They were saying fuck them because they didn't come to the meeting. So it was like, oh, so they don't want to be involved and they don't want to support. That's
Oh,
what they were
okay.
saying.
I mean,
Yes.
I don't think they want to be involved. I agree with that statement.
But like
I
I
don't think
mean,
they care.
your point of a timeline issue still applies though, because
Mm.
this should have been, or not even this, the models coming down. We should have seen Laura starting off with like the conceptualizing of the whole thing. Like we know housewives they're not fully involved, but they start with the conceptualizing, I want
Exactly.
the thing to look like this, and then we
Exactly.
see the dresses come up. Now we just started seeing the final product, and the annoying part for me is that like you can tell Laura is not a designer because all she was saying when they were coming down was, "Get it, gal, get it." Like
Ma'am, I'm not even
really?
gonna lie to you. Even the clothes, I was like, I expected so much more. I
Yes.
expected like I know that was like Tiana's fashion show. I'd be wowed by something, but they were really
Tiana,
just weren't great
we'll get
pieces.
into how shady Tiana was being, and
But they weren't great
Chioma.
pieces. I didn't
They
enjoy
weren't.
it that much. Like I'm not like a fashionista or whatever, but like nothing. It just seems so basic.
It was giving Woolworths. It was giving department store. Like there was nothing outstanding that said. There was nothing that said
Yeah.
like, "This is me. This is me, Laura." You know?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
So. Yeah, I was when I was watching. I'm like, Laura's really not a designer. Hey, she doesn't know what to say. She doesn't know what criticism to give. All she can say is, "Get it, girl. Get it, get it, get it."
Girl. Literally. I mean, but even when Iabo and her daughter walked the runway, why did they give
And see,
Iabo's daughter that outfit? It
like
literally didn't show anything of her figure, body, like nothing.
I mean, what were those outfits anyway? Like
That's true.
really,
It
what
wasn't
were
a
those outfits?
cohesive collection. I don't know what the color scheme was. Because then Iabo was wearing some red outfit. Like, where was the red the whole time?
Yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah, now that I think about it, like there was no, because I've watched a lot of Project Runway, and when it's the final
Facts.
four, they always say, okay, but where's the concept? Where's the story? There was no story being told there. It was just clothes being put on women, and they were walking down.
Facts. 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 Facts.
But do you believe when Chioma met up with I don't know, I can't remember whom Chioma met up with, but when she came up with the excuse of she was at Abuja and that's why she couldn't make it to the meeting, do you believe?
I don't know. I mean, this thing of her being constantly late, like
Mm-hmm.
now that that's like her storyline, I just feel like she doesn't give a damn. So I don't even like,
Mm,
even if she was, it's also just too convenient of a lie as well. Right? And then
mm,
her always being late or just moving at her own pace and her own time, knowing very well that there's people that she like you on at the end of the day, much of these women are going to be friends. This is a production. So people are now waiting
yes.
for you. So I don't know. I just feel like for the most part, you just get this vibe from her that she just doesn't give a damn. Like she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
She can be late, even at the well, we'll get to that dinner at Homegirl's house. But either way, she was like,
Which
"I've
was
said
supposed to be a
sorry a
lunch.
million times." And she's like, "I've said sorry a million times. I don't know what else to say." And I was like, "You just actually just not remorseful at all. That's why your sorry is not good
Mm,
enough." So I just
mm.
don't think she gives a damn. To be honest, she doesn't give a damn. Like I don't even think like I don't think she's driven. Like I don't think like sometimes I'm like, would she come back for season two? Like I don't know now
Oh no, she doesn't need
because
to
the
come back.
attitude. Yeah, she
She
doesn't
doesn't
need
need to
to.
come back for season two anyway, first of all. Because
Yeah.
she's not giving anything. But yeah, I mean, what I'm appreciating was that, oh, I remember now, it was, Chioma was, I think, talking to Mariam, and I'm actually starting to really like Mariam as a housewife.
Hmm. Okay, but that scene. Can we talk about how Chioma was sitting in the same position the whole time with the blank face?
Oh, I didn't even realize
Like, she
that.
just sat there and was just giving a blank face and just blinking. I was like, I was like, what is happening? Because obviously Miriam is so animated. She's talking with her hands. Chioma sitting in the same position, giving
Mm,
her a blank face, like very little reactions. Meanwhile, Miriam is out there very animated, using her hands and very outspoken. I was like, I would never want to do scenes with Chioma at all. Like
mm,
Miriam is a
mm.
vibe for sure. Very opinionated. I think she was needed in the group. It was nice to have her in the group. It's nice that she's. I think she's added a different element
It
because
was
obviously she came later in the
necessary.
season. Exactly. So much. I enjoy her a lot.
Yeah, I think
She's a good
probably what
time.
happened was production started watching footage and they were like, guys, what do we have here? Like, there's nothing happening here. And maybe they started speaking to the other ladies, and Sienna was like, oh, I've got my friend Shioma. She's really extra. And Shioma was like, oh, okay, you need a housewife. I'll show you a housewife. You know, which,
Yeah.
Mariam, sorry, not Shioma.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I fully appreciate from Mariam. And yeah, not her dragging Carolina. I didn't even realize that Carolina gave her a handshake like that. That weak handshake.
We can't shake. I'm dead.
She said
So weak.
fingers. She said I'm grabbing your fingernails.
Can you imagine as if she's like the queen or something?
But yeah, once I saw the scene, I was like, okay, now we're finally getting a storyline because now we're finally getting the ladies talking about the fashion show and like the highlight of the episode was the fashion show. Actually, 6 and 7 really, was like the
Which
fashion
was the
show and the
fashion show.
culmination from the fashion show, which was great to see. I was really really happy for that. Then we
But do
cut
you
to
also think?
yeah
Do you
yeah
also think that that whole thing, the episode before when the ladies all met, that they felt like obviously frick and frack. Do you feel like Caroline and Shoma are frick and frack, or if one doesn't show up, the other one won't come, kind of thing? Like, do you agree with what the ladies said about that?
Yes, they're giving
Mm,
very heavy
mm,
freaking fact
mm.
energy. Because why did Carolina have to come late? Like Carolina could have left Chioma and be like, "Hey, girl,
Why
like
are
this thing
people late
started
in general?
lunchtime." Like,
But
no,
why
I
are
know
you
it's a
that
pet peeve of
late?
yours. No, but that late was ridiculous. That
No,
late
I mean it
was
really is
absolutely
ridiculous. But
ridiculous.
also the problem is that it's constant.
Mm,
That is, I always
mm,
say that's the issue with
mm,
things. It's like, okay,
mm,
fine, you can be late. Everybody has, yes, you can be late. But if it's like you're spilly on now, I mean, hey, whoa,
mm, mm,
now you always late.
mm.
Now we must just always prepare that you're gonna be late. But what if I'm hosting at your home and I'm cooking? How do I prepare the food?
Yeah, because now it's like you're also just you are accepting it in yourself that like I'm just a late comer anyway, so it is what it is. Like you're not even trying. You're really not.
Facts, and it's like now we must all just accept that.
Because we actually didn't get an
No, we
excuse as to
adults.
why Carolina didn't come to the meeting.
Well, okay. Well, oh, that meeting,
Yes.
the
The
one
meeting in
in the
episode
last
5.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? No, honestly, who knows? I think also she just doesn't give a damn.
And she spoke to Chioma and she was like, girl, are you going? And Chioma's like, oh, girl, I'm not going. She was like, oh, okay. If you're not going, then I'm also not going to go. It's freaking frag.
Hate to see it.
It's frick and frag.
Hate to see it.
But yeah, no, then we go to Tiana giving back to the community, giving back to her community from where she's from.
Uh-huh.
And this was giving me a lot more authenticity than what Carolina's giving back moment was when she gave the arm to her
Oh, you talking about
waiter.
Chioma?
Chioma, sorry, am I getting
Yeah.
I'm getting the
Yeah,
names
yeah.
wrong, sorry guys. Yes, yeah, but this felt a lot more authentic. Like, Tiana was like connecting with the community. She knew the people there, type of thing. And she knew why she was doing it. Where not that I want to compare, but it just felt like Chioma felt
No, you can. You can compare.
okay. Basically, I'm saying Chioma's fake, guys. That's all I'm saying. I'm
No,
trying to say this in a
honestly,
nice
but
way, but she's
that's the
fake.
thing, though. It goes back to what I said when she had that scene with Miriam. She just had this blank face, just blinking and sitting in the same position. Like, she doesn't give, like, we don't know. She's not expressive. Like, I think the most that we've gotten out of her is that fight that they had at Caroline's boho chic, what. That's the most that she
Mm,
was saying, fuck this, fuck that, whatever. That's the most we've gotten out of her. But I don't
mm.
think that's the. But other than that, I don't know. She's just very vanilla. She's very bland as a person.
Very, very vanilla. I mean, pretty woman. She has amazing
Yes.
gowns, but she's
Amazing
bland.
gowns, beautiful home. You
Beautiful.
know?
Exactly. But she's very bland. But one thing that I really found illuminating from this whole scene of Tiana giving back was this guy, this personality. What's his name? Denrele. I was like,
Yes, yes.
oh, okay, not Nigeria having their own Somizi.
Essentially. But also I
Okay,
think what I
okay,
liked about that scene also was like it
uh,
just speaks about like I don't think like people like because we always associate Nigeria with money. Obviously there are really rich people there, but the poverty in Nigeria is insane. Like that
mm,
that is a juxtaposition or whatever they call it, whatever that word is. Anyway, the that just the gap essentially between the really rich and really poor. Like it's huge. I mean, it's the same thing here in South Africa as well, right? But I think with
mm,
Nigeria, it's like sometimes it's not even like I don't know if you can really say there's also like a middle class. Like every time you see Nigeria, people just have gang racks, but the poverty
yeah,
there is just like it's people are poor and not
yeah.
earning enough. Not, I mean, it's like the same thing when we had to give out food parcels in this country during COVID. It's like things like that. Like people are just surviving off of the
Mm-hmm,
bare minimum, and they're now
mm-hmm.
waiting for handouts just to be able to have things. That's not right. It should not be like that.
Mm,
But I mean, Nigeria is just known as being like apparently Nigerians laugh at South Africans about how we always complain about money being looted, and then apparently in Nigeria is much worse because it's in dollars and things like that, and like there's hundreds of millions always being stolen. And then one of my friends who lives in Nigeria, she's just telling me like as much as some Nigerians might be used to it, she's like what she loves about South Africans is like at least you guys will protest and do something about it. She's like unlike Nigerians who are very passive about that kind of stuff, like they know it's happening but they just don't
mm.
I guess, act on fixing it. Whereas with us, I mean, and it might just be because of our democracy, constitution, and things like that. But we are more vocal. But I can understand maybe why somebody doesn't want to fix it because it's
It's
happening
benefit.
in any case.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's actually a very interesting observation. And I mean, look, like it's great that like we'll have news pieces will come out and exposés will come out about like people looting here in our country, etc., etc. But then it's like, okay, that's great, we know, but now what? Like where are the repercussions, kind of thing.
Exactly. Like now
That's
what? It's just really sad to see like how much looting is happening in that country, considering how poor the people are. Well, a large majority of the people are. It's sad. You hate to see it genuinely. Like
mm-hmm,
it's a sad situation. And it's
mm.
nice just to know that people are giving back, but sometimes giving back is just not enough. People need stable incomes and people need jobs.
Yes,
People need
yes,
homes and all these different things. But if there's people
yeah.
that are not being able to get jobs and how they're supposed to accumulate that kind of wealth or whatever, or just be able to survive and just have the basics, So I feel like in Nigeria, you just really
Mm,
see the gap between the really rich and really poor. There's really rich people there and really poor people there.
yeah, yeah. Oh, look at you, girl. Okay, okay. And I
You
hear
know,
what you, I
mostly
hear what you're
it's
saying.
giving Cape Town. It's giving Cape Town, you know? Like the first thing when you land in Cape Town is you see a township. But obviously you go
Mm,
deeper into Cape Town, homes and rent is expensive, especially obviously the closer you are into I guess the city center and things like that. But like they won't attend to like the townships or people that are living in those conditions, but they'll make sure that the really rich are catered to because obviously they pay for services or whatever, right? Like it's
yeah,
the same thing. Like that it's in the same city. I mean, imagine how in Nigeria that's the same. It's in a country. It's just wild to me sometimes. Didn't
yeah.
Obama once say when did he do that Nelson Mandela talk? Didn't he say like he doesn't understand? I guess the really rich and like how why would you need that much money? Like why would you need to have I guess maybe a billion like dollars or rands? Like why?
Obama,
You know what I mean?
speak to your own friends. You chill with Jeff
Exactly. He
Bezos,
mustn't
and
involve us.
please don't, please don't point fingers here before we know. Don't.
Facts.
So, I mean, I get what he's saying, but like, let's not pretend as if
Mm,
like it's only happening here. It happens everywhere else.
exactly.
It's a
And
valid
also, he's
point, but
benefiting
still,
so much in any case.
exactly,
Why? You must tell us
exactly.
why he needs that amount of money then.
So yeah, the fashion show, the highlight of episode 6, and really probably most of episode 7. Not actually not most of episode 7 because then it was the lunch. But anyway,
Yeah.
I loved Chioma's outfit. I don't know if you remember what she was wearing.
Mm. Mm-mm. Let me actually check online. I think I took screenshots of some of the outfits.
It
So
was like
at
a
least these
white.
ladies are posting.
Oh, they post a lot more
The,
than the Durban ladies.
yeah, not the it's not, no the white the white. Wait, you're talking about Chioma's outfit?
Hmm. It was white, and
Was
she
it
had
that
like a
purple
white
thing?
hat of some sort. No, it was
Oh
white.
yes, okay, yes. No, 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 it's white. Yes, I remember. I liked it. I like one thing we know about her. She gives fashion. Like she'll never disappoint. Literally.
I mean, she overdresses, but at least she overdresses well.
Yeah, she really does overdress. Because I was like, even at Miriam's house, I was like, wow, guys. I was like, you just coming to someone's home. And then Caroline and Sherman showed up. I was like, where are you going? I was like, where are you going? But anyway,
That's
yeah,
why. That's
fashion
why she's
show.
always late. That's why she's always late because she's getting ready. She's getting dolled up.
It doesn't bore us.
Dolls will be the dolls.
Ish.
But yeah, the fashion show happens. Chioma and Tiana are looking, and they are hella uninspired. What's the word? They are not impressed.
By the looks,
Not impressed at all.
I'm not impressed. I mean, didn't Tiana even say that Laura's style is not my style?
Yes, but not Tiana also taking out her phone and then showing Chioma. Look, this is how.
Finish me. This
This
is
is what
in the
I'm
middle
working
of the
on.
runway. First of all, it's while the girls are still walking, and you're like, actually, girl, let me put you on to the real stuff.
I was living. But you see, this is also like something that I found very interesting is that like why are we having Chioma talking about that when we could have Tiana having an OTM talking about like why she felt she needed to show Chioma that, you know? And also, first of all, there's too
Actually,
many OTMs. There's way too many. But an important moment could have been like Tiana explaining why she wanted to do that.
that's actually so true. Because also, like, I think with a lot of the interviews or whatever, those moments, sometimes I'm also wondering, like, what questions are the producers or the content producers asking them, right? Because obviously the
Mm,
questions that you ask. So I'm like, if
mm.
they so whenever whoever was doing Tiana's interview thingy, did they
That
actually ask why were
producer,
you showing, why were
yes.
you showing homegirl your phone?
Do they watch
What
Real
was that?
Housewives? Because that is a very relevant question to ask.
Exactly. Also, yeah, do they watch Housewives? Like, what is no?
Because yeah, some of them are unnecessary, and then there are parts where it's like, okay, but you could have asked that housewife about that. And then I even tweeted, I was like, honestly, if Real Housewives didn't have, I mean, if they weren't all these OTMs, this show would be 30 minutes and not
It's
45,
true. I saw
50
your tweet.
minutes.
Yeah. No, it's true because really we're getting
Why didn't you like
just
it?
reactions. We're getting
Oh,
reactions.
sorry,
Okay,
why
stop.
didn't you like
I
my
mean,
tweet?
didn't I like this? Why is such a bitch?
Pause.
Actually, first of all, I feel like I low key liked it. Please don't stress me
Oh,
out.
Shay, maybe you did, and I'm just being extra just for the fun of
No,
it.
of course it's on brand for you. On brand.
But yeah, I mean, Tiana, that was hella shady. And also, like, isn't Laura a close friend of yours? And now this is what you're doing. But I was living at the end of the day.
Yeah. Laura, I don't know. If you come back next season, would like to see another fashion show just to see if there's improvements. But honestly, it just I'm not like it for me. And don't come out here and look for my pictures from my matric dance and be like, you're not a fashionista. I never said I was, but we out here critiquing a show, so y'all better shut the hell up.
Not your
But
matric
it just
dance.
wasn't. No, they'll come from my matric dance look and be like, "Woo, it's not a fashionista. Look what she wore." I never claimed to be, but one thing I know is reality TV. At the end of the day, that shit, that stuff. I won't even say shit. Shame. She put shit together, but
Ooh.
it just it wasn't great. It was very bland,
Very,
uninspired.
very
It really
bland.
was just like ready to wear looks, and I was just like, where was the that? Because I understand maybe ready to wear, fine, you can have that. But I was like, where were those big moments of like a couture dress or something that could be like, oh wow? Because even when Iabo's daughter walked the runway, because it seemed like she was the main girl. I was like, why did you give her that outfit? She should be wearing a beautiful gown or something that is wow. Because she's
Yeah.
the main person and you walk. And then when Laura came out, she walked the runway with Iabo. And I was like, the outfits that you gave home, both of them, were really ready to wear. Honestly,
And
the one that Iabo was wearing, we can find it on Shein. Surely.
yes, fully. And like, I think the annoying part for me as well is that, like, from watching many seasons of Project Runway, who is this girl? Like, what is your story when you're telling this fashion show? There was no
Yes.
story being told. It was just,
Story.
I'm putting on
Facts.
things that I like and that look nice. Get it, girl. Get it, get it.
That's all she can say.
Oh gosh. So yeah, then we cut to the after party, and Tiana is saying, "Look, I am not feeling Carolina. I'm not going to pretend as if like I'm going to be all fake and stuff because they came to the fashion show when they didn't come to the meeting, and now Carolina is pretending that she's loving all these pieces, but really she's giving me fake energy."
Exactly. Shout out to Tiana because she's like, I'm not here for this fakeness. I'm
Yeah.
not here for it.
Yeah, no, I was living. I
Not
was
here
living.
for it
Also,
at
how did you
all.
feel about Mariam telling the ladies that, like, guys, when you come to my house for lunch, which then became dinner, please, I don't want beef because I'm kicking you out. How did you feel about that?
No, I felt it because you're not gonna come to my house and disrespect my house and then start a fight in my house.
This is
Oh hell
this is
no!
not the Berkshires.
Exactly. This is exactly. I don't know whose house you thought you were coming to, but I don't do that shit here. I like that because it's like at least she's setting the ground rules and she's letting them know now that don't come with your BS. And I think she had a very strong objective or just an idea of what she wanted to do that evening. It was to get the ladies to loosen up, to have some fun. We're not there to now confront each other and we're gonna play a spicy game and get everybody riled up. That was not her intention. At least she had a clear idea. This is my party. This is what I want to do. Don't come with your BS, or I'll send you out. And listen, kicking someone out of your house is very liberating.
Have you kicked someone out of your house before?
No, I haven't, but I'd love to. Get the fuck out. That's what I want to say to someone. Get out of my house. And I want to point to the door even. Get out of my house.
Okay, Real Housewives of Houghton.
Yes, we out here.
Oh gosh. And then I wrote here, okay, but because the show hasn't had any drama, now they're dragging any little spark into a fire. I think what was happening here was that we then had ITMs from like literally every single housewife talking about how they felt about what Mariam said. And I was like, this is unnecessary. We don't need to hear from every single housewife.
About what she said.
I think that's probably when I
Actually.
wrote that tweet that you didn't like.
Actually very true. They did all give an opinion on what they felt about. I was like, yes, if you when you're shooting the show, get an opinion from everybody. When you edit it, you choose the ones that had really great takes. And those are the ones you
Mm,
choose. Not everybody had a great take of how they felt about it. It didn't have to be all of them. You need to see it.
And then the final scene, which also still shook me, Mariam, Tiana, and Laura were having drinks, but it was at the same white, stark white set where there's nothing. It was just, they're just chilling in dead air. They're floating. They're floating in space having drinks. And I'm like, guys, what is the location? What is the
Where
location of
are
this
you?
place?
Wait, who was having drinks?
It was the last scene of episode 6. Mariam, Tiana, and Laura. I don't even know what they were talking about. I
Okay,
don't
yeah,
think it
yeah.
was
I don't remember
relevant.
what they talking about.
But
I'm
like,
not gonna lie to you. When I was watching these 2 episodes, I was on my phone a lot.
yeah, yeah. No, I think the
Up
only
until shit
thing
got spicy.
is no. I think the only thing for me that stuck out in that scene was that like it was at that same white set. It's just white, Rita. There's no windows. There's no plants. There's not even a picture.
Not even.
I know it was too
Where
much.
were they?
It was too much.
They must drop location
Yeah, no, I
to
mean,
understand what
it
the vibe
was
is.
that episode was a much stronger episode than the others. At least there was a
True.
spark. A spark was starting now, and I was
Yes.
we're warming up. We're warming up into episode
Yeah,
7.
we're excited. Exactly.
All right, so it is episode 7. It is hot, but before we get into the spice, Miriam's husband, Mabusi, this is someone who you can call an old man. I'm sorry, but
That
I
man
read
was
to you
old.
here. Miriam's husband is definitely an old man. Shout
No,
out to
that's an old white
Mabusi.
man. That's an old white man. Like, shout out to her, ride or die for you, nigga, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that's an old white man. That's an old
Well,
white man.
I respect the hustle, Miriam. I respect the hustle.
But also, one thing I loved with that scene or whatever was just honestly, I love how she put her home together because I was like, oh, you give yourself a rooftop bar. And I was like,
That
that's so
is
nice. Even that
why.
rooftop bar, like the scenery, like you didn't feel like you were maybe in a modern house or whatever. Like it felt like maybe you could have been at the beach or something. Like the setting was just so great. And I was like, this is what I want for myself. Shout out
It's
to Miriam.
very interesting that you said that because I do not like her house. My question here, even literally my next question after this was, do you like Miriam's house? It's giving Diamond Walk boutique store. It's giving me a boutique store, girl.
Hey,
The shelves
I
are like very boutique store.
did.
I was expecting like handbags. I was expecting to see a cashier in the corner, a
What are
security
you saying?
guard
Like
that
it
is
doesn't feel like
watching.
a home.
Doesn't feel like a home.
Like it's not cozy.
It's not cozy.
I can get that.
Yeah. It's
I
just
can
giving a
get
very
that. I
fancy
agree with that.
boutique store, and I was not feeling it.
Okay. I can get that. I'm mad at you for that.
I was expecting to see a security guard who looks at the black people as they walk in the Louis Vuitton store and judges them, and he's like, "Oh, are you here to steal?"
She definitely has the best house of the group.
True,
I guess because it's
true.
so modern, so maybe that's it. But anyway, the best
It's my
house.
need. Yeah, it's my
Mm.
need. Also,
That white man's money.
but yeah, two funny observations that I saw from like when the housewives started like coming into a home was Laura said, no, was it Laura or Mariam?
Mm.
Oh, yeah, Mariam. Mariam says home like the way
Lindy
home of
does.
yeah, it's like Lindy. She says home.
Yeah, home. Guys, go watch the
Home.
House of Johannesburg season 1 if you need to know Lindy saying beautiful home.
I've
Okay,
got a
it's a thing.
beautiful home.
Yes, yes, that's
And
our
then
girl Lindy.
Laura said the house is beautiful, like Aretha said, beautiful gowns. Beautiful
Oh yeah,
home.
beautiful gowns, beautiful
Beautiful home.
gowns, beautiful
Nothing else
gowns,
to
beautiful
say.
home. Nothing else to say. Eee.
And they cut into the gift giving, and I didn't realize that they were giving the gifts, just the three of them, because the others were so late. Because I wrote here, not them doing gift giving without the other ladies, but it was because the other girls were so late.
Late. I mean, at some point, the ladies that were there already were just sitting on their phone. Like, I mean, we're meant to be filming right now as a group, and we're waiting for 2 people.
And then I said here, Iago should be demoted to a friend of the show. Was Iago in that scene? I can't remember if she was even in that
I
scene.
don't know. Yeah, she's not giving as much. Like, I like her. Like, I wish she was giving more, but I don't know. It's like maybe she really is just as good. Like, she might just be a friend. I agree with that. Rather, like, I like
Yeah,
her.
she's not wrong. It's yeah, she's just it's not happening. It's really doing. Yeah, and then shout out to Tiana, talking about her past relationship and the abuse that she went through and how like the emotional abuse was just as hectic as the physical abuse that she experienced. Like shout out to her being vulnerable. It's not very easy being vulnerable in front of people that you consider your co-workers and not your friends.
Exactly.
And in
Yeah, and
front of a
having those
camera
kind
that
of
is going to be exposed to
conversations.
millions. So yeah,
Girl,
shout out to her for
girl.
that.
It's good. I mean, those are stories that we need to like hear on a show like this because as much as it's maybe drama driven, it's also nice to have these other high moments that
Real
have nothing to do with
moments.
this. Yeah, there we go. Real moments. Like
Real
really
moment looking
someone
at
being
you.
vulnerable. And
Chioma
also
will be like,
Lassie were looking at you.
yeah, don't tell Chioma, don't tell us about your dog that saved your family from a house fire.
But
Please.
also the same, is that the same dog that's eating sushi and pizza?
No, no, that small dog. Not that small. I don't think it was a small dog. I'm sure it was a big dog. There's no way it's
Saving
that
the
same dog.
family. My dog would never, and this is a god dog. This one would be looking at the fire like it is what it is.
Ah, no shame. No, Cusco would bark. I believe in you, girl. Cusco
Yeah,
would
she
bark
should
like no
would
one's
bark.
business.
Shame. Her
She'd
mother
wake everyone
dying.
up.
She would. She'd be out here. But she sleeps on the bed with me, so where's she gonna wake? Or she'd wake me up, so I guess I'd be the one to tell everybody.
Cusco is Paw Patrol. I don't know if you watch that show. She's Paw Patrol.
Oh yeah, you have nieces and nephews. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Paw Patrol. I don't know her.
But what was missing from this in terms of like realizing that the ladies were late was a lot of the times in other housewife or Bravo housewife shows, they'll show like a clock, you know? So it'll be like,
Yes,
oh,
thank
lunch
you.
3 o'clock and then 4 o'clock and then 4:50 and then that didn't happen. So it was like, oh, it's dinner.
Yes,
I only
that's what I
realized it when
wanted
they
to figure
complained.
out. And that's what I wanted to figure out. Like what time is it? How long have they been waiting? And
Mm,
maybe was this meant to be a dinner, but we're showing up early to have drinks? Like what? You know what I mean? Like just to understand the
mm,
situation.
mm,
Like we
mm.
weren't. I would have loved to see a clock because I'm like people need to know. That's what I was hoping on my kitchen rules. I'm like I said put a clock there so people understand that we were there for hours. I want them to know because it was torture.
Look at that, look at
So
us, look at us
even
producing. But
listen,
like you know,
you
okay,
must.
so this is what's missing. These are the elements that make it
Exactly.
more
If they had put a
enticing.
clock as a viewer, you get upset too. Because obviously you're not like, hey, why would somebody you
Yes.
make you wait for 6 hours? You know what I
Because
mean?
you had to realize that, and I think it was one of the ladies that complained and said we're having dinner when it was supposed to be lunch. That's the only way I realized how. Candy, it was 5 hours that they were waiting for these girls.
And then they said nothing, and then you want to, the audacity to come to my house and just say sorry, and then give me a flower. Why
And
would
then
you even
Shioma's
come?
excuse was like so whack. Like when she got into the car, she's like, I saw 3 clients and now I'm ready to go to the dinner. And I was like,
Now
ah,
you're
Chioma,
ready.
why didn't you tell anyone? But then in the back of my head, I was thinking maybe this was producer interference. Maybe she did tell producers. And producers were like, let's not tell the other ladies. But at the same time, I don't think these producers are savvy enough to do that.
It's too much.
They're not schemers like us.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Like as much as I want to think maybe there was producer interference, there was just a part of me that's like either way she would have done this in any case. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't really matter.
yeah,
And then the
yeah.
worst part, I think the worst part about it is like fine, Chioma's late, but also then Caroline to enable the behavior, like the fact that you waited for her. I would have even told you, I would have told my friend like, girl, I'm waiting for you. Like I'm
I'm
going for
gone.
lunch. Like you
I'm
get there when
waiting.
you get there.
I'm waiting max 90 minutes for you, and then after that, I'm out. Now you're embarrassing
Yeah.
me. You're dragging my
Exactly. Because now I'm
reputation.
guilty by association, birds of a feather flock together.
Exactly.
Uh-uh.
And then the mail started coming. Oh wait, this I think is this before Chioma arrived,
Yeah, before they
but
yes.
yeah, this very fancy chef came in,
Yes, I love the
and
food.
the food looked nice. The food looked very
First of all,
nice.
shout out to Miriam for being the hostess with the mostest. She even had a cocktail menu. Did you see it?
Mm,
Let me
I actually
describe
did
the
not see
cocktail
it.
menu. She had a cocktail menu, and all the ladies had their own cocktails.
Wait, when did you get this
Um,
cocktail menu? Were you there?
no, no, no. What's her name? Mariam.
Yes, but
Silly
I'm saying,
girl.
how do you know about
She put it
the?
on
How do you
her.
know
No,
about
she
the
put
menu?
it on her
Oh, her Instagram.
Instagrams. She removed it already.
Nice
And each of the ladies had their
content.
own cocktails, named after them. And like it had a description of like, oh, Tiana, fun and whatever, whatever, or Chioma, elegant and always classy, like
Oh,
things like that. I love that she printed. Like I'm the
cute.
kind of person that would do that, like print the
You would.
menus, have
You would.
cocktails, and like obviously have a chef there. Like that's my vibe. I think she's
Yeah.
hosted with the most. Like I was enjoying.
Yeah, no, that's fully you. I can definitely see you doing that. That's very thoughtful of her on her part. And I would actually be a lot more upset if I was Mariam. I wouldn't have given them presents.
What the what?
I would not have given them presents. I'd be like,
I would have
sorry.
been like, I'd let them get there and say there's no food. We ate it all because we had to wait.
I gave it to your dog,
Girl,
Chioma, the one that saved you from the fire. I gave it to
exactly,
your dog.
exactly.
And then Laura, I thought thought Laura was tipsy. But okay, we'll get into that later on. But like, I was like, Laura, what's going on, girl? What's happening?
Like,
And I think it was a mixture
listen,
of annoyance and tipsiness because she was
that's what
passing
I
out.
thought. I thought she was just annoyed, like she was just over the whole situation because she had to wait. That's what I thought. I didn't think she was tipsy or anything. I think she was just annoyed and she shut
Oh, she
down.
was
Because
literally passing
obviously,
out. Tiana had to do this. She had to wave her fingers at her to wake her up.
bruh. But then also when she was talking about like, some of us had to get babysitters like for our kids and then you guys want to arrive. Like I don't know. I didn't get the tipsy part, but I can see it now. But I thought she was just
Mm.
really highly, highly annoyed.
Because
Highly annoyed.
champagne. Champagne takes you
Girl, to the top. To
to
the
the
top.
absolute top. But yeah, her silence was giving me episode one. Remember when in episode one when
Mm,
she was just silent and she was like, "Why is Shoma here? Because no one likes this person."
exactly. Why?
Ooh, so yeah, then the dinner is over. Yada yada yada. It is the next day, and Miriam and Chioma are kicking over the phone, which I never expected.
Right?
I
Like
did
how did you
not.
feel?
I was like, okay,
Mm,
okay, switch up. But I think that's also what I love so much about Housewives is like how the dynamics change. People who you thought were
yes.
friends end up becoming enemies later on down the line.
Exactly. Or
Yeah,
become friends.
yeah, no, I love that. I love that. And then, gang, the WhatsApp group drama. Okay, I
I
think I'm
love it.
cutting
We
parts in
love it.
between because
Yeah, we are, but
Jesus,
it's fine. I mean, just back
yeah,
to sorry, just to say something about Miriam and Chioma talking, because then
uh-huh.
Miriam started the conversation around Laura. Like started that conversation. She was like, "What did you think about that?" Or Laura's
Mm,
behavior, and I was like, "Oh, there we go. This is how it starts.
housewife, how and
This
she's
is
giving
how it
housewife,
starts."
she's giving housewife energy because she knows the questions to
Yes,
ask. Fully.
exactly. I was like, "This is how it starts. I'm here for it."
No, Miriam, put Miriam in the center in season two because she knows what she's doing.
WhatsApp group shit. Yes, says it was Niwa ring. I was like, the files that are being pulled here. Because it was one thing, we
Woo!
went from talking about you're always late and it's disrespectful. Then there's now you slept with who, you're a prostitute, they pimped you out. Yo, I was like, yay. I
Yes,
said, the files here.
yes.
Hey, the
Oh
files.
gosh.
I
Oh,
literally paused and read
I
every single
paused.
thing.
Yes, same,
I was
same.
like, this is piping hot tea. But I
Yeah.
think the sad thing about I think the issue there for maybe Caroline was like Laura's also been late. So like, bro, where's what like it was one time and you're coming at me when it was Chioma's always late. Now Caroline's like, I'm always on time if I have to show up. So she was
She even
like,
has to
why are you
check
coming at me this
herself.
hard?
She even checked
Bruh,
herself in that
check
first message.
girl,
She's like, I didn't say
check
anything
yourself
because I've
before.
been late myself.
Like, and then you're still gonna like want to talk about it anyway. But she must just admit she just doesn't like Caroline. Point blank,
Yeah.
she just doesn't like her.
No, but
Point blank.
let me read you some of the highlights from what these women accuse each other. Carolina called Laura a gutter pig, which I have no idea what that is, but I absolutely love, and I'm stealing it
Right?
now. You gutter pig.
That's a
It
pig. Yes. So,
it just has the energy that it needs. Laura accused Carolina of having sex with little boys in her husband's home.
yeah.
Um, and honestly, Laura is just as messy as her sister, the blogger sister. I realize this.
Yeah. That's where she gets all her tea from. If you had a friend that was a blogger, you'd be getting your tea from that person.
And then
Like,
Laura said everyone in Carolina's industry when she was an actress thinks she's trash. And then it ended off with Laura saying that she's coming for Carolina. I was like, damn,
yo, I'm coming for you.
how did we
Yay.
get here?
Yay.
How did we get
Yay.
here?
Ha. And coming for you. Ha. Well,
I
those
know.
are threatening words. It's not even like it's like watch your back kind of
Mm,
thing. Like sleep with one eye open, bitch.
mm,
That's the
mm.
vibe it's giving.
Kana, what did Erica Jade say to what's her name? The last season. What did she say to Saturn again?
Which is, I have no idea. You, I
She
can't
said
remember
something
now.
that was like in a threatening tone. It was giving very much that
Yes,
energy. But no, Laura
yes,
is the villain that the show needs, and I'm here for it.
needs
Thank you.
love, love, love it.
Thank
I
you.
was here for all that spice.
Give
I
Laura
was
that
like,
that bridge
yay,
that they hold in the intro.
exactly. I was like, whatever. I said, this tea that you guys have in each other is piping hot. Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
hey. It was piping hot. I enjoyed that.
it
And I was
got
like,
Carolina
even
heated. Heated.
girl. And I was like, and you heard. And I was like, Caroline puts on this accent, but then the Nigerian girl in her came, the way she was speaking, I was like, why don't you, yes. I was like, your little English accent that you try to give us, stop it. Be this person. Be this person.
I loved every single moment of
Every
that. I don't
moment
even know
of
how
it.
long that scene was, maybe 5 minutes, but I loved. I was
But I
living.
enjoyed. I was
I said
living same.
pause. I said hey,
Let me read. Listen.
and then Showmax has this
Listen.
annoying thing where like when you press pause, then the title card comes up, and I'm like, no man,
Of
click off this
course, I
thing
hate that. I hate that. But one thing we know, next episode is going down. Next episode
down,
going down. I saw the preview. I said, let's fight. Let's fight.
down. I didn't even need to see the preview
Let
because
us
I already
fight.
knew that like from the way it ended, I was like, there's no ways it can be dead after this. There is no ways. So yeah,
I
I'm
was
very
so here for
excited.
it.
Very, very
Very
excited.
here. But now they need to keep on this. Like we can't now see the fights happen or them get into words, and then the next episode is boring. Like I can't.
Please, no,
We
we
can't.
don't need someone to come and play
This
peacemaker.
we're literally only on episode 7. The peak can't be now on episode 7. No.
Yeah, I mean it's episode 7, so it's the halfway point, right? Oh, it should
Yes.
be. It should be the halfway point. So this is a great way to add some more drama into the show. Please, my dear, give me your ratings.
Ew, I know that tea at the end was piping hot. But in general, for the 2 episodes, I mean, can I just point out one thing? I hate the transitions on that. Tiri, tiri. I hate that song
I
so
hate that
much.
song. And you know we pay attention to songs. Guys, if you guys have been like listening to like us doing Temptation Island, us from our Big Brother, we love good intro
Love
songs.
songs.
We
But that's
hate
so
yeah we
tiri,
hate bad ones.
tiri. You in
Survivor,
between
you guys need
every
to update
scene.
your Survivor. Please update your title sequence
Yes.
because it
Oh
is
yeah. Oh yeah.
trash
That was
as
not
well.
how. Yeah, it's true. But this thing, little titty, every time there's a transition, now it's titty. I hate it so much. It sounds. It just sounds like it was. I don't know. Like yo, I hate it so much. But anyway,
So
they play that. I
bad.
noticed it even more now. But I was like, I can't stand this song.
Now you
But
made me notice
overall,
it. Damn it.
now we're not going to look at it the same. But overall, for the whole, I guess for both episodes, I thought it was a nice build up of the drama, which is good
Hmm.
and to the point. And then those text messages were lit F. So I'm gonna give it like yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I want to give it a. I want to give it an 8, but like the OTMs annoy me so much because there's so many of them and they're so unnecessary. But like the drama was so good, so I'm gonna give it a 7.8.
mm.
Just to be technical.
Yeah. No, I hear you. It's
Yeah.
definitely getting better, and I said it's not the show's not deserving of an 8 just yet. Because also
Okay.
consistency is what we're also looking for, right? And it hasn't
Mm,
been consistent at all. Some of the episodes have been
that's fair.
hella boring.
That's fair. Yeah, we can't be getting
You know,
excited now, and then next week when we're doing
maybe
8
we
and
give it a
9,
10
it's gonna
now.
be
The
whack.
exactly
Yeah.
we give it
Yeah.
a 10 now. The next week is 3 or 4. I we can't live like that.
No,
But
very
yeah,
very fair.
so let us know what you guys think in the comments below. What you thought about the
Hmm.
episode? What do you think about the drama between Laura and Caroline? Do you think it's deeper than what it actually is? Because clearly they have history.
Yes.
Have history. So please comment below. Please like this video. And let us know if there's any other content that you guys would like us to review. I mean, obviously right now the House of Lagos, but hopefully new shows will be coming out now that we're in the winter season. But if
Mm.
any other shows that you'd like us to maybe speak about, do an episode about, let us know, and we will gladly review and give our opinion.
And thank you so much to our new subscribers. It's small numbers, but like it's organic. You know, it's
Exactly.
organic growth, and I appreciate it. It's yeah,
But the
it's very
ones that are
heartwarming.
listening and not subscribing, why are you listening but not subscribing?
Hey, those ones who listen to Houses of Durban, those 100 subscribers, listen, just click that button, please. It
Exactly.
doesn't
My
cost you
thing is like,
anything.
especially if you've made it this far in the video, then you enjoyed yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
So please subscribe, like, do all the things, share with people that you know. And also, if you guys would like to review an episode with us, please let us know.
Mm.
Slide into our DMs on Instagram. It's Reali-Tea, the letter T underscore SA. And we will gladly have you on here with us. We love to talk. We love to engage with everybody.
We love to
So please,
talk.
guys,
At the end
we
of the day,
love
we
to
love to
talk
talk.
wine. Facts, no printer. But anyway, guys, then we'll see you all on episode
Oh,
100, the big 100, and we'll be reviewing the Real House of
yes.
Durban, the reunion, which was spicy as well, really good. So yeah, we'll see you guys there on episode 100.
Thank you. Thank you for listening.